In this video, I will cover how to manage links, which are typically displayed in widgets. If you have a site that was created prior to WordPress 3.5, you may have a links menu item on the left-hand navigation of your dashboard. In this video, I will discuss using the old Link Manager. New sites use custom menus to manage links. You can get to the links page by simply clicking the links navigation item in the left-hand area of your dashboard, or you can hover over it and click the all links. You can see that the links page looks very similar to the all pages or all post pages. We have the name, the URL, the category, the relationship, whether the link is visible or not, and its rating. The name is what will show in the widget. The URL is the destination of that particular link. The category is a category in which you assign the link, and the categories are used to display just those certain links in your widgets. The relationship isn't used anymore, and you can hide it using your screen options. That's very easy. Go up to screen options, click the arrow, go uncheck the box, and then shrink back up, and you can see the relationship column is now gone. Visible means whether or not you have the link marked as private. If you have the link marked as private, it will not show on the front end for your customers or patrons to see. It will only be visible here in the dialog, in the links page. Rating isn't really used, and you could hide that as well. Or you could institute a rating system 1 through 5, and that would give some indication to the patrons how you think those particular links rate against each other. Typically, I don't use it. You can edit and delete links by just hovering over their name on this page. You can click on the name or the edit button or the delete to delete. Editing is very similar to adding a new link, and we'll cover that in a bit. So when determining a category, when you determined your link categories, you're looking at what your links have in common. How do I want to group these links? For example, I have a security information link category. This is where I put all my security related websites. And you can see I have 10 websites linked under that category. The description gives you a better idea of what kind of links are in that particular category. And already, as I mentioned, the links column tells us how many links we have in that particular category. When adding a new link, you type in the name as you want it to appear on your site. So let's say I want new category. The slug, you can either type, that will be the URL friendly one that will show up in the browser window. By default, it will be it'll be the name of the category, all lowercase, and all spaces are replaced with a dash. So if you're going to be happy with that, you can go ahead and leave it. So we'll leave it and let WordPress come up with the slug for us. New category for our description. Then we click on the Add New Link button. And you'll see at first our new category shows on the top. If we leave this page, come back to it, it'll later appear in alphabetical order. Now we can edit the categories by doing an edit, quick edit. So you notice quick edit, you can only change the name and the slug. But in edit, you can change the name, the slug, and the description. Hit refresh, and there's our new category. Notice new category is now where it belongs alphabetically. If we do want to delete it, we click delete, click OK on the confirmation, and away it goes. If we hit refresh, now it doesn't show up. You'll notice that when I hover over information security, there's no delete option like there are in all the rest, and there's no checkbox for doing a bulk action of delete. The reason that is because that is my default category. If I do not specify a category when I'm creating a link, the default link is used. If I want to change my default link category, I go to Settings, Settings, Writing. And on here, on the writing page, you'll see my default link category is set to information, security information. If I wish to change it, I would use the drop down to select the category I want as my default. So to add a new link, you can do it multiple ways. You can go to the new and add link. You can go to links and add new. You can click on links and the menu will expand and click add new, or you can click on the add new button on your links page. So if we're going to add a new link, we would again type in the name as we would want it to appear. We'd want the web address that we want to go to, a description if we wanted one. Typically, I do not show the description on the front page. You can. That will give users a much better idea of where this link is going. I often will give a description, but it's for my own use on the links page. Then you can select your category. If you do not select one, the default category will be chosen for you. If you wanted to add a category on the fly, just like tags and categories for posts, you can add a new tag using this, add a new category using this link. Target. If your link takes your patron to a different website, then it is best to use the blank target. This will create a new window or a new tab. When the user closes that tab, they will end up back on your website if that is the next active tab. Link relationships you don't need. You can either shrink it or hide it, and I'll show you how to hide it in a second. And on the advanced tab, you can add images and rate your individual links. Another thing, that's another option that I don't use, so I typically just hide it as well. So we can just shrink it down. They're the last two items, which is fine. Or you can go up to screen options and hide them there, and they don't show on the page. Here is where you check the box if you want the link to be private, which means it will only show on your links page but not on your front end. I have no private links. All my links show on the front page. So, and then you can just click add to add the link. Displaying your links, after all of this work is done, you want to display them to your patrons. And how we do that is we use widgets. So if we go look at my website, here is my security information one. All of my links, notice here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them are displayed in this widget. How do I add a widget or move a widget is typical, is the same way you do any other widget. So we'll go back to the dashboard, we'll go to Appearance, and go to Widgets. So If I want to create a new links widget, I go and I left click on my links widget in my available widgets, and if I click on it, I can add that to any of my widget areas in my theme. The other thing I can do is I can left click and drag it, and I can put it where I want there too, as well. So once I have my widget where I want, I can select which category of links I want to display in this particular widget. I can do all links or pick a specific category. I would suggest picking a specific category just so the user has a better idea. They get a nice heading of what this group of links is about. The link title, this is how we sort them. Are they alphabetical by their name, ranked by their rating, displayed in link ID order, like how they were added, or if there's no particular rhyme or reason, you can do a random one if it's fun. I suggest doing title alphabetical, and then we can determine how much information will be displayed in our widget. We can, if we've added images, we can show images, and if we've had descriptions, we can add them, and if we have ratings, we can show those. If you have categories with lots of links, you may want to limit them. Let's, in this instance, say 5, and we save. If we go back out to the front page and hit refresh, you'll notice that I have an image for my first one, Hacker Target, and also a description and a rating. You'll notice how busy this is, and some of these other ones have no descriptions or ratings. You can see that's just too busy, so I suggest you just show the name, and once you then you can remove that and show all of those particular links, because I only have 10. So I save that again, and then I go back and refresh, and notice how that is much cleaner. And that's all we have on managing your links from the old Link Manager pre 3.5 WordPress sites. If you want to know about how to manage your links using the newer version of custom menus, please look for that video coming soon. Thanks.